What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are on the test server here, and we will be playtesting April O'Neil, the brand new champion that we can acquire from the Titan event, as well as shards from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle collab. So let's talk about April here a little bit as of time of recording. I was waiting for the Plarium news, whether the Nullify debuff on April would have been fixed, and they said yes, it will be fixed for the bosses. So if you guys did not know, the Nullify debuff doesn't work as intended by Plarium. Right now it's basically stopping the Fire Knight and the Ice Golem from performing their activated abilities. The Nullify here is a brand new debuff exclusive to April. Basically, when champions are under nullified, they cannot have skills activated, and this is the big part about the Fire Knight and the Ice Golem. Where skills are not activated and then they are made a lot easier. It also stops champions from being able to join ally attacks, get extra turns, have their skills reduced, have shields increased, have their HP restored, HP swapped, evade, and turn meter equalized, or have their HP balanced. So a bunch of cool stuff, but honestly, it doesn't happen that often. I don't know, that kind of stuff doesn't happen as often. You also get a seal debuff from April as well, which is also another debuff that you just don't see very often. Carnage has it, she has it, I believe one other champion has it, I don't remember which one. But the seal debuff basically blocks gear sets and masteries from happening. So that's big. That's big if you put it on somebody like the damage dealer. So now they're, lethal set or merciless, that doesn't work anymore, for example. But that's going to come with the A2. It also is a single target steal all buff from your target. Also steals the turn meter, which is really cool. It's on a 3-turn cooldown and 100% chance of happening. Keep in mind that she is magic affinity, so she does suffer from weak hits. If she weak hits, this is a absolute bust of an ability. There's a passive effect with this ability. Explosive Scoop has a 25% chance, 50% chance when fully booked of activating Explosive Scoop when the enemy gains an extra turn or instant turn. Now, 50% is not reliable enough to properly rely on, and it's going to be a random effect of happening. So it's just, not going to be super effective, to be honest. Like Arman's, for example, has a, AoE stun, AoE turn meter steal, as opposed to this single target turn meter steal with the nullify debuff. Her A1 is actually pretty strong. A1 lands a bunch of stuff. It's 75% chance to land a bunch of this very hard, nasty CC. Also places Perfect Veil on herself, which is pretty good. And then her A3 here on a 4-turn cooldown with an extra turn mechanic. It's an increased accuracy with a turn meter pushback. No turn meter up on your own team, unfortunately, and this requires accuracy, this requires accuracy, and this requires accuracy. Her passive here is actually kind of interesting. Decreases all enemies' turn meters by 10% whenever an enemy has their skill activated. Teams up with allies, gains an extra turn, instant turn, skill cooldowns decrease, all this random stuff. And then she gets to push back turn meter by 10%. Again, requires accuracy, but it's a passive effect, which is pretty cool. And she has an active effect here that whenever enemies remove, transfer, decrease the duration of any debuff to 0, decrease the turn meters of all enemies by 25%. Now this is a nice touch here, right? On a 2-turn cooldown, that's a pretty big turn meter pushback, and this is going to happen a lot. Basically just having debuffs run out. And she comes with a speed in arena battles, 28%. That's pretty solid. Good base speed overall, 108. Yeah, and a little bit of accuracy to boot. So for her, I mean, she's going to have very kind of specialized roles, to be honest. She can be your turn meter pushback champion with increased accuracy, can be okay. And then this can be okay if you're manualing the play. I can't see her being a auto play type of champion. And of course, her passive could potentially be busted if you're fighting, this correct content. Right now, I can't really figure out which content or which wave would generate so much turn meter pushback that she is just absolutely busted, or makes things very easy. But her A1 is actually pretty good. All these CC abilities are very annoying, and then her turn meter steal on a single target can work really, really well. So anyways, guys, I'm going to show you guys my April, and then we'll take her out into a couple areas here. So first, April O'Neil. I don't have her blessed up or anything, but I think the best build for her for PvP is going to be Supersonic with the Stone Skin. Stone Skin is almost a must, just to give her a chance to take a turn. And then Supersonic gives her a chance to cut in and disrupt. So what she could do is basically cut in, use her turn meter pushback, and then give your team a turn, or cut in and then steal somebody's turn meter, and then lock out one of their champions. For example, you can lock out the DPS champion, which greatly reduces their their gear effectiveness. Like for example, you shut out like a lethal set, for example. We have her in the wand. The wand seems like a perfect, basically relic for her. You got speed, you got the heat protection here as well. You got the CC protection here. We did give her the gems here, gets extra 5 speed if she has any of this stuff. Like she's gonna land this stuff by herself on her A1, or you can put her behind like an R-Mans, for example, and then she'll gain more speed. Turn meter boosting is more effective on her, makes kind of sense. And then masteries here, we went down to Eagle Eye. I did take deterrence for the A1. The A1 is actually really good. Obviously the CC. And then we took 50% chance of getting more turn meter. So then she can, basically push back turn meter and all that. I did take Harvest Despair. She does land Leech if she lands her A1, which is kind of cool. Psycho Magic for more stealing, more accuracy. And yeah, that's about it. The pretty standard masteries, I think. Total stats here, we got 378 speed. This is my best gear, Stone Skin and Supersonic, so don't feel the need to hit these stats. You can just give her pure speed. That kind of works as well. And then, yeah, if she had a blessing, she would be more powerful, for example. If you're going to pick a blessing for her, Intimidating Presence works very well. Obviously, she has a big aura for Arena. Otherwise, you could take something like Temporal Chains. Temporal Chains could be good for basically trying to cut in. If you're fighting faster teams, for example. But most likely, you're probably going to take Intimidating Presence just for the bigger banner, which is pretty nice. All right, so this is the build. Like I said, you guys can change it up. Just make her fast. She needs accuracy to land a bunch of her stuff. She does have increased accuracy in her kit, so you don't need like 800 accuracy or something. So 300 or 400 accuracy should be able to handle basically most content in the game. And of course, if you're playing her in Arena, sky's the limit for the accuracy requirement. So let's jump into some content here and I'll show you guys what I managed to figure out. So first off, we were playing Iron Twins and we noticed that her Nullify passive still, Nullify debuff, sorry, it still works against this boss. So we can try it out here. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so now we got the Nullify debuff on the Iron Twins. I'm going to try to trigger the Iron Twins' cleanse into his attack. Let's see if it happens here. So the cleanse happens and he doesn't attack. Unless I'm seeing something wrong here, it seems that the attack doesn't happen. You can kind of see here, retaliatory launch. Whenever the Iron Twins drop below 80, 60, 40, remove all debuff from the Iron Twin, then instantly attacks all enemies. Now, yeah, I'm not too sure why that is the case, that the Iron Twins did not attack. It seems to have passed the 80% threshold in terms of the damage. If you guys have an idea, let me know in the comments below. But from what I can see, there was no attack. All right, guys, so a little bit of a weird interaction there with the Iron Twins. I wasn't exactly sure if the retaliation hit was happening. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments below if you guys see anything different. So maybe there's something weird still going on with April with some of these bosses. I did test her out against the Scarab King just to see if the provoke attacks would still happen, and it looked like the Nullify did not work on the Scarab King at all. Now I'm going to try it on the Frost Spider here. So the Frost Spider obviously has some passive things here. I want to see if it actually blocks this revive. I don't think it does. Of course, you never know. But we'll also test her out in some of this kind of wave-based content here. She's actually very decent, right? She has the enemy turn meter pushback, and then watch this. The turn meter steal here is really nice. And then, of course, the Nullify. Very, very good. We'll just blow through this wave here. You can kind of see here. And then her A1 actually is quite impressive as well. So her A1, watch that. We got a nice, hard CC was like, half fear. But then it still lands the Leech. The Leech is from the Mastery Harvest Despair. So whenever she lands any of the hard CC stuff, she's going to land a Leech as well. So that's going to be helpful for your enemy, for your team. You see here, now we got the True Fear on, and then we're landing Leech as well. So that's going to be helpful. So we're going to run this down a little bit, and then, yeah, we'll see you guys at the end of the boss fight. All right, so we reached the boss. We were able to land the Nullify debuff on the boss. We also able to steal the boss's turn meter, which is actually pretty cool. So yeah, let's see what happens if we can actually get him within like kill range. I don't think his passive will be affected at all, but you never know. All right, so we're able to land the Nullify debuff again. Obviously, the turn meter steal is very nice, but requires a little bit of accuracy, of course. And the A1 actually is surprisingly powerful. Look at this, provoke, enfeeble. It's all very powerful. Let's see if we can stop the passive from triggering, and no. So at least that is confirmed. Nullify does not affect the passive for the Frost Spider, so we can conclude that there. All right, so after mucking around with her a little bit in PvE content, we obviously need to test her out in PvP. This is probably the best place where she has a chance to shine. Her A1 is actually really strong as a CC mechanic, and obviously she does bring plus accuracy, turn meter, pushback, and she brings the all-important speed aura. So let's try this setup here against this speed team. We're probably going to get outsped here. Obviously, we're seeing +4 champions and all that, so we're probably going to get outsped. But let's see how well we do. We do have some ways to cheat in here. All right, let's have a look. Oh, we actually go first. Okay, so we go first and there's no stone skin. This might be the best case scenario for us. So we're going to go turn meter pushback with the April. So A3 turn meter pushback with the increased accuracy. And oh, we got to be careful about Marius. So that's something to know. And now we will nullify and seal. So seal will shut down the masteries and gear sets. And nullify will shut down a bunch of the skill activations. Okay, so pretty cool. Let's shut down the Marius. Okay. Oh, the turn meter pushback. I don't know if we were able to steal the turn meter there. I don't think we were able to. That's interesting. Okay. Our man's comes in. Looks like we got wanded there a little bit. Yeah, it looks like we got wanded, so but I think we're still in pretty good shape here. Let's see what April can do here. What about A1? Can we petrify? Let's see if we can petrify here. We can't go through block debuffs, of course. So let's see if we can petrify Odin. We freeze him. Interesting. I mean, it's pretty strong. The A1 is quite strong, right? Like if we're going to say Sifi's A1 is super strong because of accuracy, lack of accuracy on her A1 ability, this A1 is pretty darn strong too. Gotta give it to her A1 at least. Very decent A1. Okay, so turn meter push, and then we can steal buffs and turn meters. Okay, so let's try to steal this unkillable buff. Let's try. Okay. Oh, sorry, the block damage buff. So we steal the block damage buff. I mean, yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's shut down the Sifi. Okay, we got fear on her. I mean, yeah, that's kind of cool, right? The A1 is strong, especially for PvP purposes. It's pretty strong. All right, let's hop in here and try against this team. See if we can do anything against Rotos or Empress. Empress obviously is bad affinity against April, so it's going to give her a hard time, especially with the weak hits and stuff. Let's go turn meter bush, and then the increased accuracy, and then let's see if we can steal. Let's steal Fabian's stone skin. Let's try that. Okay, let's try stealing it, and nothing happens. So she gets hard screwed by stone skin, obviously. So that's really, really bad. Resisted, really? Resisted? That's pretty bad luck. All right, let's see here. Do we get April? So April gets the chance to instantly activate the scoop. So you guys saw that the scoop happened. 50% chance to activate the instant scoop whenever the explosive scoop whenever the extra turn or instant effect happens. So Roto's got the instant turn or extra turn, and then the instant scoop. I'm just joking. Explosive scoop happened, and it was a turn meter steal. So it actually was kind of helpful there. Interesting, very interesting. So we A1 Petrify. That's a pretty big one. But of course, whenever he gets a turn, Sifi's passive is going to wake him up or kick him out of the CC stuff. So let's see what else we can do here. We didn't do anything there. I mean, this is at this point pretty much over. So we'll just duck out and then find another battle. All right, let's test him against Hell Hades' team here. We got a couple mythicals. Maybe this would be a little bit interesting here, because she can, I believe, shut down mythical transformations. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go plus accuracy here with push, turn meter pushback, and we will nullify. Let's nullify Laz. Nullify Laz stole his turn meter, and then we have full control here with the Armans. We have to try to give his. Let's try to. Oh no. Oh no, he's just too powerful. Okay, let's find another mythical laden team here. What the heck? There's only 5 people. Okay, never mind. Let's find another mythical team. Okay, I don't know if we're gonna be able to beat this team, but okay, let's try it. All right, we probably go first here. All right, we really need April to do some stealing here. All right, can we steal this Carnage's stuff? Let's see. And we do. We stole the stone skin. We stole the turn meter, and we nullified him. All right, so that's pretty good. Can we shut down? Let's shut down the nice. All right, he is shut down. And then we will do this. Oh, he turns into this. Interesting. Okay. A1. It's only 75% chance to hard CC, so, you know, occasionally nothing will happen. Okay, let's see how we do against this Empress here. Oh, that is crazy. Not sure how that happened. Just all right, let's try again. Another mythical team here. Let's try again. This team, I don't think we're gonna last like one hit against that team. Let's try this team. Might not go first. So he goes first. Oh, we got the sheep. Sheep bounce back. All right, turn meter boost. So the turn meter it's turn meter pushback. So the pushback won't happen against stone skin champions. So that's another negative against that. So that's why I was saying I would much rather have a turn meter boost on your team instead of a turn meter pushback on the enemy. But yeah, let's see what we can do here. We can definitely target nice. Let's target nice. Let's target nice here. Steal his stuff. Oh yeah, we stole 2 things. We didn't full steal stuff, and then we locked out. We nullified him, and we have a seal on him, so that's gonna be nice. Pretty good here. Okay, stun him. Let's see what we can do. Sheep this guy? No. Nope, not everybody died. Okay, that's good. And we just kill everybody. He still transforms. So I don't know. I thought the nullify would have worked against the activated skill against nice, but it's, you know, it didn't really make too much sense there. He did transform. So prevents the champion's death and keeps them alive on 1 HP when receiving fatal damage. Transforms them into the alternate form. And I think the only reason that he died was because the Armans A1 the Marius, and then Marius attacked again, and then he died. I don't know. It was kind of weird how he was still able to transform even though he was nullified. So maybe she is not the answer to mythical champions. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this? Under the nullify debuff, cannot have their skills activated. I mean, that was a passive skill. Unless this doesn't work on passive skills, that makes kind of sense, but it says skills activated. So passive or active skills. Maybe something else happened at the same time. I'm not too sure. Let's put a couple more examples out there, and then let's see if we can actually conclude anything. It's actually really, really difficult. All right, let's try this team again with Rhodos and Empress. Okay, so try to shut down Rhodos. So we seal and nullified him. Okay. Now he's petrified too. I mean, when you compare it to Arman's, he just AoEs and he steals all that turn meter and everybody's CC'd. Like April has a single target, right? Single target potential control ability. I don't know. It just doesn't seem strong enough. It doesn't seem strong enough. The passive, that was the passive working there. Not too bad, right? Like, it's not too bad. Okay. Turn me to pushback, hard CCU, petrified. I mean, she could be a little bit nasty, but honestly, Arman's is just significantly better. The hard CC is nice on the A1. Not gonna lie, it's pretty nice. We got the supersonic set working there. Can we steal a bunch of stuff? Let's steal his stuff. There we go. I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? I think Arman's is significantly better. Like his 3-turn cooldown ability is just way stronger than April's ability. It just doesn't make too much sense to use her in the basically the same type of build as somebody like Arman's, like a Stone Skin Supersonic set. With this type of ability, it's not strong enough. It's just not strong enough, right? Like Nullify, unless the text, I'm just not understanding it properly. But from what we're seeing, it just doesn't seem very impactful. Like even when I landed on that nice, the nice was still able to transform when it suffered fatal damage. Like we did see some cool stuff with her passive, like pushing back turn meter. We did see the explosive scoop happening. But honestly, it's just not enough. It's not enough. I think the best part about her is her A1. Her A1 is the best part about her. She puts Veil on herself, and then she has 75% chance of landing this super annoying stuff. And it's so annoying that, this is actually really strong. Her A1's actually really strong and probably one of the best parts about her whole kit. I mean, her passive can be really strong, but right now we just don't have a really viable way of using her passive ability. And her aura is really strong, but her A2 is not there. A2 is not there. Her A3 definitely on the weaker side as well. It should be a team turn meter boost, not a decreased turn meter. This part, makes it very useless against Stone Skin. This part, again, useless against Stone Skin, again, useless against Force Affinity, and generally just not very useful anyways. All right, guys, I'm gonna say like she's definitely below average for me. I mean, her A1's very good, could be helpful in like faction wars, get you through some of the hard waves and all that. Wave-based content can be okay, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a vault champion for sure. So, anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this April O'Neil showcase. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about her. Are you guys using her at all? Let me know where you guys use her. If you guys are, anything cool that you guys discovered along the way, let me know in the comments below. Now, once again, guys, I'm not the end-all be-all for this kind of showcase. It's merely just my first playtest with this champion. So let me know in the comments below if I can do this a little bit better in the future. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching until the end. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.